As you speak, Rain, you can hear something scuttle in the darkness around you.
Okay. I'll pull out my warhammer and shield and just scoot up to the side of the boulder so that they can get through, but not proceed any farther.
Do they have a light with us? Like, if I see that, I pull my dagger as well. Like, I have like Mick with me for the big light, the big head bulb. But
yeah, it depends on what side of the rock you're on.
Bernier and Mick do not see anything apparent.
Everything seems clear from over here.
I'll try to move the boulder.
Roll strength.
$14.
You push and you're like, you can feel the rock shove slightly.
I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna help him push.
Mick assists you, and the two of you push the boulder a little bit further more. Rain, you notice that in your little kind of squished, confined area, it widens out a bit, but you can kind of see something coming at you with like little fingers coming towards you, stick-like appendages. Roll. I will roll for attack.
Okay, as I see that shield up, ready to go.
Shield up. You feel the fangs sink into your skin. Make a roll on your constitution.
Okay,
if I see this, I draw my sword.
So it'll be 8 altogether.
8?
Yeah, 7 plus level.
You sustain a point of damage.
we are. I'm still following Mick down the stair, right?
And Cal, you do see something in the shadows, but there is no way that you can get to it unless you crawl into the crawl space between.
I think you're standing behind the door because with me and Calorie because we're pushing on the door to open it up.
They're right over there, Rain.
There's something over here. It's a little bit bitey, but all good.
Keep pushing on the boulder. Oh, can we fit through it yet? Oh, I don't know.
Put your back into it.
Cal, you see that you can make your way through. It is wide enough for you to go ahead and crawl through. However, Rain is in front of you, and she appears to be contending with some sort of creature.
Push through it to help Rain.
Rain.
Yeah, while they're doing that, I'm going to take my hammer and give this thing a smack. That's a 1.
The creature attacks you as well, and it clings onto part of your scale mail and grips onto you, however not penetrating. Całsᴜn.
Charge up with my rapier, stab it.
Roll.
Gonna ruin this session. It's 9 plus dex mods, right?
No.
With the no, it's 9 plus your let's see.
Dex or strength?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 plus 2. You get a plus 2 basically.
11.
You go ahead and poke forwards. However, it just glazes off the rock, missing the creature. It looks insect-like. Definitely should be a spider by your.
Spiders all in here, you guys.
On my way over.
I follow Mick behind. You know, like I'm not in a hurry to rush into combat. So
With
I told
Mick
them
and
to wait.
Yep. with Mick and Bernier, what you see is basically the two, Cal and Rain, and you can kind of see what appears to be something grappling with Rain in the crevice. There's no way that you can get in there for an attack as well. Cal is in the way.
Well, we're kind of stuck here, Bernier.
Well, you know, guys, when I tell you we should wait to see if something come out, it's gonna be easier to fight them outside than inside.
Then
Maybe
as
someone
the
is
critter
smart,
and I
attacks
thought I
again,
was the one that was rushing.
the creature goes ahead and tries to steady its grip on you again and clings onto your scale mail, scritching away at you. It makes a kind of noise on you and starts drooling its drooly venom on your scale mail.
Okay, I'm going to smack it again, or try to. That would be 16, so 17.
You smash into the creature, roll damage.
5.
5. Smack! Big splatter occurs. Its carapace cracks away. There's like goo all over the place. Ugh. It collapses.
I'm swearing in Gnomish.
Roll
Just
a
pick the thing.
constitution check, please.
Well, that's a 2, so definitely not. 3.
You feel the venom effects kind of cling into your body, causing you to weaken slightly.
Okay.
I tell Mick, can you reach those fucking guys and pull them out of there? Let's bring them let's have them step back at that fucking crevice.
I
We're
think
going
the
forward.
Yep. No
only
point
one
in going backwards at this point.
No point going backwards. Rain. Push Rain forward. Let's go. Get out of this hellhole.
Yeah, I'm sure because spiders always come in one.
That's what
Yeah.
we got
Push-
Mick for.
Cal,
they're
you
not gonna-
push Rain forwards. Kind of Rain, you crunch over across the remains of the spider, and you get into a hallway area, which veers off to a right angle from the block. And in this direction, you can see an open doorway, a double door, which has been spread open forwards.
All right.
What do you see in there, Rain?
Well, an open doorway. For now, let's get out of the way so the other two can come through,
Get out
but
of the
not
way
head
for
down the
everybody.
hallway.
Cal is able to get through, leaving the way open for Bernier and Mick.
You
I'll
behind
go
me,
in.
Bernier?
I'll follow. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through
I
here.
stick.
Mick,
I'll stick around you, Nick. You're my big light. You're my torch.
I will stay right beside you until I'm not needed.
Speaking of torches, I'm gonna coat my blade with oil. Might come in handy. Make you stay close as well.
Let's carry on then.
Rain
As I come
and
in and I see the doorway open, now I see the guy. I kind of talk a bit loud. I say, "Now let me come in and let me do my job." So now I go see the doorway, and I look around. I feel around. I look if there's any kind of marking, any kind of writing, any kind of track in the dust, maybe of recent use. If they're going in, if they're coming out, I do kind of a little investigation. I take my time. I say, if you can just be patient, let me work. What I do takes some time. I'm trying to use my brain over here. We can just rush in, but one of you is gonna get fucking bit by some spider.
Okay, Bernier, I'm right beside you. You do what you need to
Okay.
do, man.
I'll help
We're
him with the
talking, we're
traps.
working.
Bernier, you notice the area in front of you. Between the open door, you can see a vast kind of area up ahead. Squarish room with beveled edge corners. There is some form of altar on one side and another altar on the opposite end of the room. You also see across from the room another double door.
Sorry, Rick, I lost you at a squarish room.
So you see a squarish room. There is an altar on either end of the room on opposite ends. On the other side of the room, you see what appears to be a double door. There is old footprints in the dust from long ago. You would assume weeks?
I try to identify like in which direction are they, like the footprint are going in, or if they're coming out, or if they're going both ways. That's
They were
important for
going
me.
in, but none exiting.
And I got a fine hearing, so I'm trying to listen up if I can hear any kind of like movement, any kind of commotion.
You
I put
do
my
not
ear close
hear
by.
any motion.
All right, Mick, you can go in. Go about in the middle of the room. You should be fine. Then wait a bit.
All right, I'm gonna walk into the middle of the room.
Mick, you move forwards into the middle of the room. As you enter in, you can notice that there is an altar on one end, and on the altar, it looks like a kneeling platform before it. On top of the altar is a somewhat obsidian statue of some form. It looks like a bust. The bust looks kind of strange, being a skeletal face. But you notice on the opposite end, the same thing, except the bust on that one has kind of a flame-like visage on it. They both look a little strange, like there's some form of dust which is missing around the brow of each of them, as if they were wearing something at one time, possibly a crown of some form, now missing. You also see across closed door, there's a thick layer of dust on it, and it kind of looks like there's some form of design behind it.
I will enter and begin to
I-
investigate.
Cal, you enter. You can see from the light above Mick's head. This is what you see.
Yeah, I enter as well, and I go pay attention to the altar. I'm trying to see if there's something I could steal on the way back. You know, I observe. I try to see if there's any valuable that can be taken out.
They both look like they have a stool in front for kneeling upon, and the statues, the bust, appear to be part of the altar.
I poke it with my sword. What is that?
You hit
Junk.
obsidian stone, from what it feels like.
Rain, you're a religious man. Does that tell you anything?
I'll go up and take a look and see what comes to mind
And-
when I look at these two figures.
Rain,
After I
when
say
you
that, what? So after I
sorry.
say that, while Rain go check a look, I go look at the door and the strange marking, and I try to see if I can decipher them. Like I try to remember like the.
he fades out every once in a while. We'll just wait for him to come back.
I'm gonna look for traps in the meantime.
Okay, Bernier, we only got a partial of your explanation.
Sorry, I was saying I know a lot about like arcane writing, so I try to see to recognize if I see like any symbol I can recognize, while Rain can look at the statue.
Correct. Okay. Rain, as you look at the two statues, you look at one, and it looks very familiar. It is definitely a visage of Egric. However, it is missing the flame crown that is typical of Egric. The other one is one of Morgoth. And Morgoth typically has a crown of bone. And it is the more skeletal looking of the two statues.
So there are a couple of gods, Egric and Morgoth, and they are missing their crowns. So someone's taken them, perhaps possibly the group before. So they must be used for something.
Could they still be in here? Did they trigger that trap at the beginning?
Possibly. I'm going to go over and look at the footprints and see what whether they're
Bernier. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to Bernier. Bernier, as you approach the door, you notice that it is a double door, and there is slight impressions on it, almost face. There is no inscriptions on it, by what you can tell. There is a very thick layer of dust on it, obscuring the true detail of the touch.
I try to distinguish if like there's the footstep. I try to distinguish if there's like different size, which indicate like different like a number of people. You know, like, is that all the same, or is it like are they like side by side? You know, I try to figure out more information about
Bernier notices that there is no footprints approaching this door, except for his.
It seemed like nobody went through here, or unless nobody with feet, nobody that walk on the ground. So if we're looking, if what we're doing is looking to rescue people, probably not behind that door. That would be my guess.
I'm gonna run my hand on the wall and look for any hidden doors.
Calrissian, go ahead and roll a dex.
$12.
You do not notice anything strange about any of the walls here as you're sliding your sword across. Nothing that seems to stick out unusual.
Interesting. Well, Bernier, what do you think? What's our next move?
Could you follow
Let me look at the footprint. Like we saw footprint coming in. Let me try to come with me. I need some light. I tried to look at the follow where the last footprint that they went. Like where did they disappear?
I'll go with them as well.
Make a wisdom check, please, Bernier.
Yeah. 10. No.
You look at
9.
the footprints and you kind of understand somewhat of their general direction. They seem to be heading towards the statue altar of Morgoth, and there does not seem to be any footprints coming back from that direction.
Well, guys, if we the people we're looking for, that look like that's the end of their journey. So, and from what you fought earlier, I think that's where they are. So I assume this probably a spider. This seems not that big to eat like some guy like that. So I guess maybe our job is done here. You're not gonna find
What if we kneeled on that altar? If anything would happen.
Yep.
You should try.
You take one, Mick. I'll take the other. I'll take the. You take the skeletal one. I'll take the flame one, and see if we trigger anything.
See what we can do. We got to figure something out here.
Yeah.
Rain, you approach the altar of Egric and press on the platform. You kneel, and you notice the statue lowers, and up rises an empty chamber with 3 hooks.
So there was keys or something here, and they took them. So they obviously went farther.
Mick, you approach the other statue, kneel down, and the altar lowers. Behind it, an opening occurs. Slides across. You can smell something died in here. It just starts to permeate the air.
Well, I think we have our way to go.
Who let the dwarf in?
So, Bernier, after you.
I'll go. Mix, stay close for my
Yeah.
life. Well,
I stand
close.
up and I start walking behind Bernie.
yeah,
Yeah,
stay
and
close,
we'll-
but not too close.
Oh,
I need some shadow too. I'm
I'll
gonna try
find-
to. I'm gonna try to go.
No, I'll stay about 3 feet away from you, man.
Yeah, I'll
follow
Within
up
arm's
behind you.
reach, I'll be able to grab you if you need.
I'll
just
stick behind Mick.
just stay by the entrance. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go about like 30 feet ahead. I'm
You
gonna
see-
move like
You,
hide in the
you
shadow
see
and try
in
to
front of you,
see
from the secret entrance opening, you can see a corridor running about 10 feet wide. It continues on for about 15 feet, and then V's from a left and to a right.
Yeah,
And
I go until like I cannot see anymore.
as you walk further in, you can hear something make a noise.
I turn back slowly, walking like silently. I turn back. I go back to the guys.
As you start walking slowly backwards, you can see Mick in front of you with the light on his head, and you can hear something slunk behind you.
Okay,
Slunk.
I stop moving silently. Now I go back in the room, full speed. I say, guys, something's coming. Let's fight it here.
Let's do it.
Slowly, you can see something in the shadowy recesses of that corridor approaching. Appears to be a large, lumbering human figure moving across, going.
I get in position to